r/rules horror. Posted by u/imhereforthevibess. Rules for Dibaruzu Orphanage. Welcome, lovely child, to Dibaruzu Orphanage. We offer our condolences and pray you enjoy your time here. In order for you to be happiest here, please refer to the rules. We are not responsible for the death/injury of you or your loved ones. Rule 1. When getting into and off the orphan truck, make sure to check the time when you get in and out of the truck. You will always reach at the opposite of the time you left. If you left around 8 a.m. you will arrive around 8 p.m. Get it? If you arrive at the same time you left, there is nothing we can do. I'm so sorry. Rule 2. When first entering, you will be escorted by a security guard along with a few other children into the orphanage. Small talk is fine, but don't be obnoxious. The security guard despises loud kids, and you will be discarded of immediately. Rule 3. Once you reach the front of the gate, the security guard will take out a notebook. This is for each of you to sign. Do not write your real name. If you do, you'll forget it. The only way you can leave the orphanage is by stating your name when you get adopted/turn 18. If you don't remember your name, you'll be stuck as the orphan truck's driver for eternity, and there is nothing anyone can do. You will continue to work and work as your body rots, and by the end your soul only remains, surrounded by rotting flesh and bones. Rule 4. Make sure to thank the security guard and run inside. Run. He will chase you and the other kids to the orphanage, but don't worry, he won't follow you inside. It's a tradition that if a security guard catches a child, said child becomes the next security guard until they catch their next victim. Usually, it takes a few centuries. If you do, you'll have to depend on the other orphans to save you. 9 times out of 10 they won't. Rule 5. Once you enter along with the other kids, chances are a child will be dragged away by the security guard. There is one thing you can do to help. If you run out and scream the security guard's name, Devland Mallory, he will profusely thank you and apologize to the child being dragged, then fade away upstairs. We're doing this because we're quite tired of his gloomy face. Once he fades away, a randomly chosen adult will have their soul sucked into this plane of existence to be the next security guard. Rule 6. Now you may be as obnoxious as you like, you are in the building after all. The children you will be traveling with are Judith, Sky, Oliver, and August. They aren't from your realm, but they are your age, so you can be friends with them. You 5 will be assigned to a dorm room. You all are allowed to pick which one as long as it's in Section B. Do not pick a dorm in Section A, the hostile children stay there. Rule 7. I must advise you of your now friends and roommates. Each of them have their own problem. Sky. She has long white hair and sun-kissed skin with piercing red eyes. She is skilled in making puppets. A tad little problem is she's narcissistic, ill-tempered and territorial. It's best to never enter her room or even speak to her about anything other than herself and her puppets. She will only tolerate you speaking of yourself when it's in front of the others or when you've tolerated her for a few weeks. After knowing each other of a while, you can ask her to make puppets of your enemies. Her puppets are similar to voodoo dolls, and don't you dare try to mock or insult her, unless you want to be one of her puppets. Judith. She has short black hair and pale skin with green eyes. She is very deceptive of her identity. It will take you a few tries before she finally tells you her true name. She has abilities to see what you cannot. She may tell you things that you don't want to hear. Your parents never loved you or nobody here likes you. These are ways she tells you the truth. When you ask her to tell you something, she will tell you the exact opposite of the truth. So if she says nobody here likes you, she means everyone here likes you. She normally speaks in reverse, giving you compliments like you're so ugly when she means you're beautiful. Never ask her to normally give you a compliment/a prophecy as she calls it, because then the opposite will come true. You're beautiful, next day you're absolutely deformed and look next to nothing like a human. Now you may be wondering what the problem is. Sometimes when you ask her for a prophecy, she will lie. She will say everyone likes you and you will believe the opposite. Sometimes she won't use her usual rules when speaking. She will tell you a horrific truth you didn't even ask for. Sometimes she will randomly walk up to you and perfectly mimic your loved one saying their true feelings of you. I never really liked name. She is not in control of this and will collapse immediately after. This will always get to your head and make you go crazy. The best thing to do is go to August. August. He has short light pink hair and yellowish skin with teal eyes. He is the most timid of the bunch but very kind and polite once you get to know him. The problem with him is his amnesiac abilities. Sometimes when you're around him he'll make you forget a certain memory, sometimes even yourself. He will be quick to realize and will return your memory/res. He feeds on memories, usually unintentionally, so try to be quick to tell him before you lose that memory forever. Because of this he will tell you every 5 minutes you're near him about him, this orphanage, and his powers in case he accidentally took your memory of that, so you can alert him that he took a memory. Never anger him. In an enraged state he will, accidentally, steal so many memories from you that you'll forget how to speak and walk. When he's angry, the only way he can calm himself down is by feeding on memories, so if you anger him you'll likely be completely crippled and unable to go back. If you want to willingly forget a certain memory, you have to sit/stand right beside him and continue thinking of said memory until you forget it. When you're only thinking of one memory, he will only take that memory, so don't worry about any other memories being forgotten. Oliver, he has short black hair and oozing black ink for skin with eyes like containers for a white smoke desperately trying to leave his body. Fun fact, that's his soul. He is the most powerful and dangerous of your friends. He has one eye visible and the other covered by ink with. He used to be in the hostile section, but due to recent improvement he is now in the safe section with you lot. He can easily rip your eyes out of their sockets and cook them for his next meal. He can summon black inky tentacles from his back like Slenderman. He is easy to befriend than the others. Similarly, you shouldn't anger him. He steals souls and merges them into his own very intentionally. He won't do that to any of you, and it is quite encouraged to be his friend. He is the most dangerous one in the entire orphanage, and even we tremble before him. Rule 8. When walking to your dorm you will be escorted by the receptionist. She is opposite to the security guard. Make sure to be as obnoxious as you can because she loves that, but you can leave that to Sky. If even Sky isn't saying anything, it means something is wrong. You can try make small talk with the receptionist, but if she doesn't respond, run. That is not the receptionist. That is a vengeful spirit who once died here. You don't want to know what will happen to you. Rule 9. Before entering, check the number and color of the door. Rule 9A. If the number is different, pull everyone who went inside out as fast as you can and tell Oliver code black. He will know what it means and will defend all of you because you have entered the hostile section. Rule 9B. If the color is pastel or neon, slowly step away from the door. Those who have gone and will never come out. You have entered section C, the dream section. Here you will see many illusions of your parents, you friends and others. Cover your eyes and count to 10, and then you may open your eyes. You've lost your friends now. Walk back to the receptionist and ask for another dorm. You will likely be placed in section B due to your trauma and certain aggression after seeing your friends die. You will be separated from those who did survive, if there were any who checked the room's number and door color too. If all of you survived, you are still allowed to stay in that room, but you might shift into the dream section in your sleep. Rule 10. Make sure to always lock your doors after midnight. We're having sights of the dreamers from section C trying to enter other rooms. They will break your sanity like bones. Always lock your doors. Rule 11. Never leave your dorm after midnight. We let the dreamers and the ragers from section A out and about around that time. You know what'll happen with the dreamers, but your bones will literally be broken with the ragers. Rule 12. Always wake up before 6 a.m. That's the time the spirits come around to possess bodies, so if you don't want to wake up without your body, just try to make it through the drowsiness. Rule 12. We have a very strict timetable. You will find it in your room on your desk. Try not to miss any classes. Since you're human, you'll have to adapt to this world. Rule 13. Make yourself nice and comfortable here. This is your home until you get adopted or until you're 18. I hope you remember your name.